Hello everyone, this is the end of the series of sports logo design, the first one for the basketball team. We're gonna draw this logo from the scratch. So please subscribe my channel, hit the like button and set the notification for my latest video. Then let's get started. Okay, so I created a new Adobe Illustrator document and we're going to draw the shield shape first. There are a lot of different ways, but this is a kind of a simplest way of doing it. So please set your fill color to nothing and stroke color just in black and choose your ellipse tool and draw one perfect circle by holding down the shift key like this. Okay, and let me zoom in a little bit. And then now I'm gonna make a copy. Hold down the option, keep pressing your mouse button and hold down the shift key and drag it. So we have two. I'm gonna make one more copy. Option, keep pressing shift key like this. And now select all three together, open the alignment panel, and on the second row, distribute out objects. Choose the horizontal distribute center, this button. So these three rings have the same space in between, evenly. Okay, now choose the middle one. And keep pressing your mouse button, hold down the shift key and drag it down. Stop somewhere there. So this is gonna be the shield shape we are looking for. Now select all together, choose the shape builder tool, hold down the option and just delete other parts. Okay, so we have a shield. But you will notice this. Once you apply that the shape builder, there used to be three rings. So watch this. 1, 2, and 3. So delete the other two. We don't need them. Zoom out. And then I'm going to set the color. So this is a black, but I want to have kind of a light, really dark blue. If you want to make it a little bit darker than that, open the color palette and add some more black. I feel better with this color. And then let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so we have a shield now. Next thing is we're gonna need to have a basketball. Okay, so let's draw a basketball. It's pretty simple and easy. So first, choose your ellipse tool, and then my color choice is gonna be this orange, light orange. And then let me draw one perfect circle about that size. It's okay. So I have one. Let me zoom in, and then hold down the option, keep pressing, and the shift key. I'm gonna move 45-degree angle to the top left corner, just like this, and select both. So there are two circles overlapped. Now choose your shape builder tool, hold down the option, you see the minus sign, get rid of it, and then without holding option key, choose this one. Deselect. Now choose this bottom part, looks like a crescent moon, and choose a little bit darker orange. So we have a shade. Okay, now let me move this, put this aside here. It's gonna be easier to work. And then as you know, the basketball has a pattern, baseball has a pattern, football has a pattern. So we will draw that. So first set your fill color to nothing and the stroke color in white, and choose the ellipse tool and draw one circle, the oval, about this size, like that. Then increase your stroke weight about 3 points. I think that looks good. I'm gonna rotate it and let me place it somewhere there. Okay, and let me hold down the option, make another copy. I'm gonna rotate it like this way. I think it looks okay. And then I'm gonna make another copy, option, so I can have this. but I need to change it something like this. And let me stretch this way a little more. So we're getting in there. And as I increased the size, the stroke weighted increased as well. So I'm back to 3 point. Okay, now one more. Let me draw one straight line there and a center somewhere here. So it looks okay, but it doesn't look very realistic. I want to rotate it just a little bit. And then also, by using the anchor point tool, I want to create a kind of really subtle curve like that. Okay, and then let me set the position. So I think I'm okay with this. Now select all white pattern, these lines. Then go to Object menu, expand it. Check the fill and the stroke box. Okay. And now open the Pathfinder, unite it as a shape. Now select all together. Hold down the shape builder, choose the shape builder, hold down the Option key, and delete all other parts we don't need. Let me zoom in. I need to see more details. I'm going to link these two between here, there, and this one, and here too. Okay. Now let me fill this pattern with this blue. Oh, sorry. Let me choose the line only. And then an eyedropper, yep, with that color. Also, before we do something more, let me select all the ball and the shade and the lines and let me group them. Object, group them. We're gonna draw one more circle behind. From the center, Option, drag, and Shift key. A little bit larger. I'm gonna move it, send to back, arrange, send to back. Okay, select both, and then align, center, and center. So I think it looks good, but I want to make it a little bit smaller, slightly. Oops. Just to choose that. Slightly smaller, about that size. Yep. Okay, so now we have, let me select all, I'm going to group them again, Command G as one group. Okay, and select both, open alignment panel and horizontal center. And let me move it down a little bit. I think that the size of this basketball, I think it's okay. Okay, so it looks good. Let me make sure they are centered. All right, so we are all set with this basketball and the shield. Now select both. Hold down the Option. I'm gonna make another copy right next to it. Then open Pathfinder, unite it. Let me fill in this light gray. I'm gonna place it right on top like this, and then under Object menu, let me send to back. So it is now behind. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger by using Object, Path, and Offset Path. 5 point, I think that is too little offset value, maybe 10. That looks better. Okay. Okay, now next, let me type the text, basketball, and then a team's name. Let me type the word basketball. This could be maybe a team's name or something different, but I'm just using the word basketball. And then this is the typeface I downloaded from the defont.com. Okay, it's a kind of university something. And then I'm going to increase my tracking amount up to 200. So more space in between. So I think it looks good. Now, change your the text color to this light gray. and then go to type menu, create outlines. Now go to object menu, path, offset path. 5 looks kind of a little too much. Let me try 4 and OK. And then let me sample this color. Let me take a look. Yep, it looks good. Excuse me. It looks great. Okay. And then I don't want to keep this kind of angle here, the empty rectangle. What I want to do is, excuse me, let me choose my direct selection tool, click on that point. I'm going to move it up to the right top corner. Then let me choose my delete anchor point tool, delete that point and that point. Okay, so it looks better. You may not need to do this. It depends on your lettering. Okay, so it looks good now. Now, let me choose this whole thing. I'm going to group them. It is grouped already. Okay, now next, let me type the little, like a team's name with the kind of the flag things. So let me draw one rectangle. Somewhere here. We're going to change the size later. Okay. And then I want to sample this color. I'm going to use the basketball color for that. This one. Okay. And let me type the team's name. Let me change my tracking option back to normal. I don't know. 1 for all. Yeah, I know this is the little cheesy name, but it's okay. I'm gonna have white text, 1 for all. Okay, looks okay. And then let me make it fit like that. 1 for all. Top and the bottom. All right. And then let me zoom in. I'm gonna draw another one. Hold down the shift key and draw one perfect square. And let me fill this with a little bit dark orange. And then choose your add anchor point tool plus pen tool. Add the one anchor point tool, one anchor point there, and hit the left arrow key on your keyboard, maybe somewhere there. Okay. Then object, arrange, send to back. I'm gonna move this down and somewhere here, maybe there. It looks better. Okay, maybe a little more up. I think that works better. Okay, now I'm gonna reflect it. Double click your reflect tool in your toolbox, vertical axis, and copy. So we have one more. Oh, not this one. I chose the wrong one. Yeah, that one. Okay. So there. All right. And then choose all these 3 lines. We're going to apply this blue, dark blue stroke color around it. But before we do that, I don't know the exact color code of that. So let me choose my shield, double click my fill color palette. Let me copy this hex code number, copy, and let me choose the shape behind, and then I'm gonna set my stroke color palette and paste that number. So I have that, and I'm gonna increase the stroke weight like this. So it looks okay. It's not too bad. Okay, so basketball, 1 for all. Okay, and let me switch my my text. Go to type menu and create outlines. All right, so we have this. Now select all together. hold down the Option and make a copy. Then open Pathfinder, unite it as one shape. Now go to Object menu, Path, and Offset Path. Let me try 10. I'm not sure. It looks kind of a little too much, but let's try that. Okay, and then let me fill in that light gray. Let me Pathfinder and unite it again and choose that color. Maybe this one. Okay, let's see how it works. Let me choose that. I'm going to move them, bring to front, and place it. I think it looks okay. All right. Let me group this. Okay. So it looks okay. Let me select all together and align and center. Yep. I think it looks good. Then let me select all together. I'm gonna move that over my shield shape. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, like that. Basketball. And I think this white gap looks kind of a little too much, so I'm gonna choose my direct selection tool, choose that anchor point and this anchor point. I'm gonna move it down a little bit. To me that looks kind of too thick, too heavy. Okay. Now select all together again. I want to make sure everything's centered. Okay, looks good. Then now select my basketball, the name, and then go to Effect menu, Warp, and Arc. Okay, not yet. Select that. Make sure that your background flag, white border, and then on this, the basketball one for all, everything's grouped first. Make sure they are grouped as one group. Then now, go to Effect menu, Warp, Arc. Okay, so I think it looks good. All right, let me move it down a little bit. And then also I'm going to expand it, expand appearance. Okay. I think we are almost done. Let me move up a little bit. All right. Okay. Then, as I showed you, I'm going to add the star. So choose your star tool. Draw one not too big, about that size. And then let me choose that orange in the middle. Looks good. I'm gonna make sure everything's centered, align, center, yes. Okay, I'm gonna make another copy here by holding down the Option. Let me make it a little bit smaller, like that. I'm gonna make another copy there. All right. Okay, then let me choose my just a regular pen tool and no fill, just any stroke color. I'm gonna use the same stroke color. I'm gonna draw kind of a little reflection like that. Very subtle curve. Let me zoom in more. And there, and the last. So mirror there and switch the color. Okay, so I have this. Now let me choose that reflect tool, double click, vertical axis, copy, and let me move it to the right there. Okay, and I'm gonna need one more on the bottom, so I will do the kind of the same way. Pen tool, let me draw from the center point here, from there, something like that shape, click, and there, and switch the color. Since we drew just one half, I'm gonna choose my reflect tool. I'm gonna place my mouse cursor in the mirror there on this side. Hold down the option, you see the little dots, click, using vertical axis and copy. Alright, so I'm gonna select both. Let me unite it as one shape. I think we are done. It looks okay on white, but as I showed you at the very beginning, it works better on the darker background. So let me open my layers panel. I'm gonna draw a new layer and let me move it to the bottom. And then let me choose my rectangle tool and then my fill color. Let me try just a black for now. And let me draw one perfect circle behind. So it looks okay, but it works better on really darker gray. Or just to choose a black and color, I'm gonna decrease my black amount down to 95. It is a very subtle change, but it works on the darker gray than black. Black observes everything. Okay. All right. So it looks good. One more thing. I'm okay, but I don't really like that kind of really sharp corner here. That bothers me a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is, let me choose by using my direct selection tool. Let me choose that anchor point and this anchor point. So those two anchor points are selected. Let me round it a little bit like that. I think that works better. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and then you can use it for your future project. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.